And while the bitter triggered, defeated haters' tears keep flowing, let's get on with this topic of discussion, shall we? And yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate. Even the ones who claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time. As always, this is why those retarded fucks keep us relevant to this very day, and I'm back again. And what y'all see the title of tonight's discussion. Green haired woman tried to catfish a man and it failed miserably. And instead of me explaining it, I'm gonna let y'all hear it straight from the horse's mouth itself. All I'm gonna say is shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But but without further but without but without further ado, let's get down to business, shall we?
So I heard we on here telling secrets since TikTok about to expire. I got one. I got a crazy one, and I ain't never told nobody this. Girl, you ain't gonna believe this. Oh my god.
Ma'am, calm down. All I could say about this is either she's not taking either she's taking medication that she shouldn't be taking, or she's not taking medication that she definitely needs. I mean, case in point, she is bouncing off the wall here. But it gets even better.
Oh my god. So my lease had expired. I was overstaying my welcome at my apartment. Okay, I knew I didn't have nowhere else to go at the time. And I was like, I gotta stay here until the last second. So I got on TikTok and I took a picture and it said zero matches on Tinder. It was one of them random filters. And I was like, I ain't been on Tinder in a few years. I get on Tinder. I start going on dates. Okay. I meet this guy. He pulls up in a red Tesla, picks me up. We go on this beautiful date, a candlelit violin type thing. That was the second date. The first date he took me on, it was a very upscale restaurant, rooftop view. He was pulling out all the stops.
Oh, that's
And,
nice.
I do this seduction. The thing is, I had just learned that I had Cameroonian heritage. And back in my country, we speak French and we speak English. Okay? Now, I'm American. So I started testing out this French accent, right?
What the hell?
And I was just playing around at first. And then I got good at it. And I was like, damn. So I started using it in everyday life. Every time I went on a date with this man, I spoke in this French accent. Okay? Hello there, baby. What are you doing? Absolutely. We can go, sure. Anytime, man.
So basically, you got this mentally disturbed nutcase pretending that she's somebody that she's truly not, just to get with a man. Or in her case, she let's just be upfront and real, call a ball and a strike a strike. She's pretending like she's a French woman in a desperate attempt to get with a man who is French. Around my way, we call women like her a catfish. Around my way, we call women like her a catfish. Basically, she's faking who she is just to get what she wants. But let's continue on.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I would lose it, darling. Girl, I was a whole actress. I spoke in a French accent the entire time. This man still think I'm French to this day. Girl, he still think I'm French to this day. Oh, all right.
Yet she's acting like what the fuck she's doing is a good thing. Oh, let me pretend that I'm a French woman when in reality I'm a ghetto Western American. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it, Miss Green Hair. Let's continue.
So, like I told you, I didn't have nowhere to live at the time. My lease was expiring. So I'm going out on dates with him. You know, we never slept together. So I was going out on dates and he really wanted me and da 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 da. And one day I call him. I'm like, I want to be in your world, darling.
She's a scammer.
He was like, yeah, I'll send an Uber to pick you up. You can come by my place tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I was like, cool.
Exactly, MTR. She's a scammer, a con artist, a catfish. You get the idea.
I put everything, all of my items, suitcases, books, clothes, hangers in that Uber. I stuffed everything in that Uber. Because he ain't noticed, but I was moving in.
Woo! And just when I thought I learned how to pause. If learning how to pause will give me a Grammy. Am I right or am I right? But here's something that she left out. She's moving in. However, she didn't tell the dude that she was moving in. Let's continue.
I brought my cat. I brought a real life cat with me. I got over to his house and said, darling, I'm here with all my stuff. Can you help me get some of my stuff out the car, please? I have a suitcase and stuff like that. It's so good to talk to you.
Yeah, MTR. MTR. I also got that expression too just listening to this retarded fuck shit.
So good. I'm so glad that I'm moving in with you. He said, moving in? I said, yes. What do you mean? Yes, I'm moving in. You got my voice message, didn't you, baby?
So, case in point, she decided to take the liberty and move in with him. Don't even tell him about it. Don't even get his permission. She's gonna just take her step and just move into his place. Now imagine if a man did that to a woman. Gather all his stuff, move into her place. Without her permission or without her knowing about it. Yeah, good luck with that. And besides, what man wants to move into another woman's place to begin with? I don't know.
You said you want to be in love with me. What else your chance? Girl,
And then they want to ask, why do men become dogs? Well, it's because they got tricked by a woman just like this one. This is beyond manipulation. This is just straight up scamming. This is just straight up being a con artist. So because you have an inability to fund your own lifestyle, you convince a man that you're falling in love with him, adopt a feminine sounding accent, and play with his emotions enough to have him let you move in with him. By the way, I took a look at this pathetic green-haired woman's Instagram profile and found out essentially what I thought that I'd be able to find out by going up here. She's a weirdo, right? Just take a look at like reels.
A straight up weirdo. And I was just seconds away. And I was just seconds away to calling her Poison Ivy. Oh, I forgot Poison Ivy has red hair, not green hair.
Reels and stuff like this. Dancing mermaid goddess. Sending you offerings of good fortune. Cash at me. Your Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. I will dance for you. And
What kind of retarded logic is that shit? Dancing mermaid goddess. Send offerings for good fortune. I swear to God. I swear to God. They taking this Miss Cleo shit too far. Call me now, play a psychic reading. Who's the father of your baby?
in a melodic mermaid tone in order to make you feel good about yourself. Absolutely terrible. Nah.
And God help us all if she singing that song from Ariel.
And disrespectful work. But if he went up on her profile, he would have saw how crazy this modern woman was and never allowed her to move in the first place. What's also crazy about this as well, if you take a look at some images of her digital footprint from years ago, actually, never mind, this is from a couple of months ago, you would see what appears to be a lovely young woman. Here's how they show up on the date. Meanwhile, she's a thought bot 304 who teaches classes on how to be the same.
He sat me down in his bedroom. He was like, he started rubbing on my shoulder. He said, "So what are you, baby? A con artist?"
He got that right. Woo! And here's why this is the part where I call the dude stupid. She's a con artist. Well, she's a mentally nutcase con artist. And he knows she's a con artist. And yet he still took her. I pray to God he didn't stick his magic stick in crazy here. Oh my goodness.
What kind of these? You said to me that you want to fall in love with me. Well, let's start a life together. I don't understand.
Hey, what do you mean, con artist? He means you, ma'am. First off, you're trying to pretend that you're someone that you're not. In which we all know you're not no French woman. You're straight from the ghetto. You come to his house suddenly, dropping a bomb like, oh, I'm moving in with you. And he had no clue about it. Come on, it can't get any better than this, right?
Stand away. What is the problem? What is the matter with you? Huh? What?
My G, this is the exact moment that you kick her ass up out of the crib. Someone cannot just come to you with all of their shit in the car and you allow them in. She is destined to be homeless. Leave her where she lie.
Oh, you want me to leave? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, moving in, though? Like, no. Long story short.
Yeah, look at that wig.
I ended up living with this man.
Whew.
Wow.
We ended up dating, boyfriend, girlfriend.
And that makes him stupid on his part. He knows what she is about, yet he still took her. And this is the part where I usually say, I don't feel bad for the dude. If you know what she is about, yet you still took her in, I don't feel bad for you. Let's continue.
When I meet his son, meet his family, I'm cooking and cleaning. Okay, cooking and cleaning. Playing house. We're playing house now. We're having a good time.
Your father must be very happy with you.
Indeed.
This man for 6 months.
A 6 month lie.
What the fuck?
And I was talking, and I'll be talking my French accent like, oh my god, no one will be home, right? And I'm saying, oh my goodness, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, I need to get this done. And I opened the door, and he was in the bathroom. I was like, oh, I said, girl, you better keep that French going. Could you imagine him coming home and me be at the house just like, Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, baby? What you doing? Okay, you want dinner? What you want to dinner?
Wow. So, long story short, she kept up with her fake French woman accent for the past 6 months. And he didn't even notice this shit. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, that Korean barbecue I made the other day. Hey, that was good, wasn't it? Girl, I wanted to.
Now I'm beginning to think this shit is fake as fuck. And she's telling a tall ass tale. Ain't no way she could ain't no way in hell she kept that accent for 6 months. No way, no fucking how. Let's continue.
I wanted to switch it up so bad just to laugh. But I was like, girl, no, this is your place to stay. Just keep on the path. Just keep on the path.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Just keep on the path. Just keep on the path. Keep on the path. Keep on the path of continuing to catfish this dude because you need a place to stay. How sad and pathetic. Let's continue.
I live with this man. I meet his family. I meet his son. His dogs love me. And this is why we broke up. You ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready.
If if you mean if she means we're not ready for the deranged lunacy, then I agree.
You're not. So even though all this craziness happened, he had two dogs. One dog was young, had a lot of energy and in love with me. Like he was literally confused as to why his dog loved me so much. But it's just that energy, baby. Then he had another dog that was old and sick. And because it was sick, the bladder was not working. It wasn't bladdering like it was supposed to bladder. And it used to pee and poop all over the ground. Okay. So he went to Florida with his family for family vacation. I stayed back and stayed in his house, stayed at home. He had a great, nice house out in the suburbs. It was like a 5-bedroom, really nice house, 3 levels, beautiful, huge backyard, just in a great neighborhood, very quiet, very upscale, with his Tesla in the garage and, yeah.
Yeah, you could tell she is definitely feeling herself with her fake French accent.
But this dog kept
He was a
going
lick.
everywhere. And when he went to vacation and he had me stay at the house, I was taking care of the dogs. And I figured out a way where the dog could stay in this one area, this gated area, so that when the dog pooped, we could clean it up and we keep the house clean, right? He comes back, lets the dog loose, all of a sudden there's poop everywhere again. I couldn't take it. I was like, baby, we have to do something about this poop. I cannot live like this. It's disgusting. It's a pigsty. He was like, my dog's gonna die. My dog's dying. What do you want me to do?
You don't even care. Wow.
My dog's dying. Okay, what do you want
God
me to do?
damn.
Okay, I had that dog since I was 14.
This man is letting you stay rent-free in his crib on the drop of a dime. You have convinced him that you want to be in a relationship with him. He's introduced you to his family. He's introduced you to his son. And this is how you repay him, by mocking him and his dying dog on the For You page of TikTok. These modern women today complain so much that men lack emotion, but you're seeing the lack of a modern woman emotion right here. If it was a man that was doing this,
Exactly, NTR. Not only we seeing the lack of emotion, but we also see her mental state of mind. And goddamn, NTR, and I thought I know how to pause. But all seriousness, he's staying with him rent free. And on top of that, And on top of that, let that be anyone else stay at someone else's place, ain't paying rent, but you talking shit about him, not just himself, but his dog. I guess you never been around pets before. I guess you never been around anybody with pets before. If she did, she will have that clear understanding that when you're living with someone who has pets, understand that those pets are also part of their family. And they don't care if the pet is young and energetic or the pet is old and sick. That's still their family. And the fact that she will go as far as to try to dictate what this man should do with his pet. And I'm not saying that he ain't cleaning up after his pet. I know for a fact if he's living in an upscale house like that, then yes, he is cleaning up after his pet. But for her to go on camera and mock him because of his pet, that just shows everybody how little to zero respect that she has. And I'm surprised he didn't kick their ass out doing that shit. Because I know a whole lot of pet owners who did that shit right there. But let's continue.
Doing as the entire internet would be coming for him. But since it's a woman, she gets praised. And just to prove it to you, this video has over 6 million views with over 1 million likes. That view to like ratio is absolutely insane. I mean, damn near unheard of. Men getting taken advantage of is hilarious content, right? But if a dude uploaded a content about this, he's a broke, dusty bum who should have stayed living with his mama, ain't good for nothing, getting your cheeks clapped and keeping up.
Exactly. Let it be the other way around. That's exactly how they feel. And I'll even go the extra mile and say that, oh, he's a misogynist. He hates women. He hates women. But when a woman does that, somehow it's the exception to the rule. Somehow that's different. Fuck out of here. Let's continue.
Keeping up the charades for 6 months is diabolical work. But let's see what happened to that dog.
I'm not gonna kill my dog. I'm like, calm down. Shh. Please calm down. I'm not asking you to kill your dog. I'm asking you to come up with a solution. Can you solve problems? Can you solve problems?
And why she's making all these dumb, retarded, fuck ass sounds? I don't hear an actual French woman making those same sound effects when they talk. I don't get this shit at all.
He was like, blah, blah, blah. We get into an argument about this poop on the ground. And eventually he starts yelling at me.
And why, oh why, do we constantly hear someone talking in the background? I mean, at this point, my guess is she's at a woman's homeless shelter. Go figure.
Right? I was like, oh no, I'm not going to deal with it. So I leave out the front door, and his dog happened to be coming at the same time. I almost squished the dog with the door. The dog almost had a fatality. Okay? He was like, don't you squish my dog. I was like, shut the fuck up. I still had to exit.
Ooh, another pause moment, but I digress. Wow, you almost killed the man's dog yourself, and you telling him to shut the fuck up in your own house. Damn, ma'am. Damn, ma'am, you got guts. Again, your shit would be out there on the curb doing that shit to anybody else's pet, and you telling them what to do in their goddamn house. You got guts. Let's continue.
Exit. I wasn't playing. I was insane. I said, shut the fuck up. Girl, I had that accent down to I turned into a whole French woman. I was eating long bread.
Damn, she's bouncing off the wall. Yeah, bouncing off the wall. Yeah.
So that was the last straw. He was like, you can't live here anymore. I was like, fine, go me and do that. Go me and do that. And how do we get to my things to this kids come? Okay.
Excuse me 1 second. Oh, he don't want you to live there anymore? Excuse me 1 second. Bravo! Bravo! Finally, he's learning. Finally, he made a good decision. Let's continue.
Okay. He calls an Uber. Okay. I put all my things in the car.
You got kicked out. Good.
Woo!
It's my mom's house.
Good.
A week later, he called me talking about, oh, I'm sorry how that ended. You know, can you want to come over sometimes?
Rejection to hearsay. No, ma'am. You claim that he called you asking you that he wants you back. And one thing about Uncle JD, fellas, be weary when you hear them sit there and say that oh the man that kicked me out, he called to say he wanted me back. Again, there are certain things they say in which I can't sit there and say that what she said right there is true. No, she said that he wanted to take her back. And in a situation like this, I want to hear it from the dude that she was dating, not her, because as they say, people will say anything. People will say anything to try to make it seem like it was like this, like that, and like this, and it's like that, and like this, and like that, and it's like this. So no, I can't take that shit on face value. But let's continue on.
Blocked.
So
boy, the pausing is unstoppable. I mean, straight up. This should be the new trend. Knowing how to pause. God damn. God damn, that mugshot makes her look like a fucking man. She's a man, baby. Yeah.
So after all of that, you almost killed the man's pet. This is actually so insane. And this guy was a victim of a manipulator, a master actress manipulator who didn't give not a shit about him. Only thing that she cared about is the ducats in his bank account and the asset of a home that she wanted access to. And although I'm finding it hard to place blame on the guy, fellas, you got to understand that this exists out there. They're letting you know the game in 3D. They are professional liars, women just like this one. They will scam you not just for 6 months of your life in a relationship, but they will scam you for littler things, such as scam you out of your time because they're bored for the night and they want somebody to hang out with, but they're not interested in you. Or scam you out of a free meal because, again, they're bored or they're hungry, but they don't want to be courted by you. They just want to extract funds out of you. Although the gentleman was smart enough to make enough money through his talent, his skill set within his career to afford all of these things, he was not smart enough to sniff out her desperate attempt of seeking shelter. And that's the learning lesson from him. And to be honest, the scary part about this is like women like this would lie up until the ring. Once they get the ring, and as well as maybe several years under their belt so that no fault divorce can come into play, effectively utilizing the federal government to play the most fraudulent scheme utilizing your love, the history of mankind. Be safe out there, gentlemen. The best advice.
Straight up, be safe. And I had to say, in the end, that man dodged a major bullet. But as I say before, if he knew that she was a con artist, why why could why continue on with the shit? In which this is just my guess. I'm not saying that it's true or not, but my guess is he just chose to go along with it to see how it goes. And then he finally had enough and evicted her ass out of his house. And on top of that, I don't believe her story about he called he called begging me to come back and I blocked him. I don't believe that shit worth a damn. Especially from some crazy nutcase. But in the end, he finally came to his senses and got her out of there before she really did damage. He dodged a bullet. And while she's talking shit, and while she's talking shit about him, he got a house. Where you at? A homeless shelter? Don't make me laugh, ma'am. And yet you still fronting as if you're still on top. Come on now. Stop the goddamn cap. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the video right here. And again, shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. If you want to watch his full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comment section. Go check it out. Tell him JD Mouse hit you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done with this green-haired, mentally deranged nutcase trying to scam and catfish men into staying with them. And I'm out this bitch. Later.